Hello, hello.
Hi. How are
How
you?
are you? Let me adjust so that my head's not cut
I know, right?
off.
I'm adjusting mine too. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Beth?
I'm good. I was fighting through some snow, but I'm okay.
Oh wow, snow. Oh my God.
Oh my God, we're getting like a huge snow and ice thing going on, and it's just crazy. But I am here.
So
I'm so happy to be here. How are you tonight?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm happy to have you here. And I
Thank you
won't
for
tell you
having
that
me.
it's absolutely. It was almost 70 degrees, I believe, in Georgia here
Really?
today.
You just don't.
I I mean, I'm just sending you some warm energy. It's coming your way. It's gonna
But
thaw
guess
the
what?
ice and snow.
But guess what? Where are you in? Are
Yes.
you like in Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta. Yes.
I'm on a flight tomorrow at noon, headed your way.
Come on.
So I'll be
Come
where it's
on
warm.
through. Are you
I'll be there
performing here?
tomorrow.
Are you performing here?
No, no, no. I'm going to see family.
Okay. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha. Awesome, awesome. Well, safe travels.
Thank
The weather here will be much better than that.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Well, listen, again, welcome to Five Songs That Changed My Life. I'm so happy to have you on here.
Thank
I want to make sure we introduce you properly to my guests. So I want to give a little brief bio, if you don't mind.
you.
Listen, so
Thank
many accomplishments. I had to narrow it down a little bit because I'm like, man, this woman has done so many amazing things.
thank you.
Um, Beth, y'all, is a world-class vocalist. She has toured the world with so many great artists, including three-time Grammy nominee Kim. Y'all know Kim, and eight-time Grammy winner Miss Anita Baker. That's right. So we'll get into that a little later. We definitely have to
Okay.
talk about the legendary Anita Baker for sure. Many of you may know her face from season 16 of The Voice. She was a contestant who was coached by Kelly Clarkson and John Legend, so two of my favorites. And music just runs in your blood. You are the daughter of Johnny Griffith, keyboardist and pianist, Grammy Award winner, who was a member of Motown's in-house band, the Funk Brothers, and helped craft that famous Motown sound that we all know so well. So was music just basically a foregone conclusion for you? Like you were just going to do something musical?
It feels like it, yes. I was drawn to it early on and loved it then, and I love it now. And music is a healing thing for me. It's very therapeutic, and it's
Mhm.
very natural for me to do. So, yeah,
Awesome.
I love it.
Awesome. 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 And of course, we'll talk more about your experience on The Voice because that show is just such a great platform for
Yes,
exposing us to wonderful vocalists like yourself.
thank you.
Um, Real quick, how was Kelly Clarkson? How was John Legend? How were they? Were they divas?
No, the thing about it, actually, Kelly was just down to earth and a lot of fun and very funny
Mm,
and very knowledgeable. Great coach.
hmm.
John Legend, he's an EGOT winner,
Yes.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar,
Yes.
Tony. Okay. And you would think that he would have a little diva on him.
Hmm.
If you were on his team, he knew your name. He personally spoke to you every day. Very personable, very, very nice, very friendly, and was able to give me coaching techniques to, I feel, grow me as a vocalist that I use now. Because it's been 2 years since I've been on the show.
Hmm.
And I still use the techniques and the advice and the coaching that he gave me.
Oh,
And Kelly too, both of them.
mhm.
Yeah,
So,
they
so
were great.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut off that last part. I apologize.
No, I said they were both great, and no diva at all on either one of them. Very down
That's
to earth,
awesome.
very down to earth, very approachable.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So let's talk about that part of it because, of course, you were already a vocalist, a recording artist in your own right before going on the show.
Hmm.
And so after, how does that change things, being on The Voice and having that national platform, even if you don't win?
It changes it because your exposure has been broadened.
Hmm.
And people who normally, obviously wouldn't know anything about you, they see you and then they go follow you on your social media. Like the people that are watching here now, I hope you guys come and connect with me.
Yeah, I see the
'Cause
love in the comments. Yes, indeed.
yes, yes. Thank you guys. Hello to everybody. Thank you so much. Um, I feel like that platform grew me as an artist. And as an independent artist, sometimes you're looking for and need validation because you're doing something you feel natural to you. You're doing something you want to do. You're doing something that feels good to you. And then you go on a show like that. And even though you're voted off, that's hard. You know, that's hard. I'm not going to lie. I cried. I'm not even going to lie. But you feel as if there's some validation for the talent and skill level that you have, that you even made it on TV. Because you have to think about a show like that. The people that auditioned, I think it was, if I remember correctly, maybe 60-some thousand people who auditioned. Wow. And then if you're one of those that make it to television, you're doing a great thing because you even made it to the TV out of 60,000 people. So I come off the show and you're feeling like, I didn't stay on long enough. I wish I could have stayed on longer. And what happened? What did I do wrong? I didn't necessarily do anything wrong. It was my time to go. My season was over. And I came home and phone was ringing off the hook. So I worked like crazy for the rest of 2019 and was starting to book for 2020. And we all know what happened then. So, but it really was a great opportunity for me. It was a great door opener. And my album that had come out in 2017, I was still selling my album. I was still getting streams. The phone was ringing. And it motivated me to put out my second album, which will be out in June. So I'm excited about that. And, my new single, I think I saw Kenny Flav on here. And Kenny Flav, that's my brother. I love him. And Kenny Flav, actually, the single that's coming out March 22nd, Kenny Flav did that.
All right. So shout out to Kenny Flav.
Everything that I'm doing now, the show had something to do with it. It either motivated me more, it opened up doors, it broadened my platform, it let people know about Beth and who she is and where she is. It was a great thing. No regrets.
That is awesome. That is incredible. So listen, we're going to take this 5-song journey. We're going to learn more about who Beth is through these 5 songs. So I am excited to jump into this. The first song on your list is actually one of your songs from your first album. The album is entitled Free.
Yes.
And so the song Free is our first little bit that we're going to jump into.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm going to forewarn you that Instagram likes to police copyright infringement and all that stuff. So we're going to keep our clips very short. But if perchance we do get knocked off, we'll all jump back in, okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all. So again, welcome to 5 Songs That Changed My Life. I am your host, Pure. This is my special guest, Beth, and we are about to jump into song number 1, Free, by Beth.
Memory, all of my history. I can't be stuck in yesterday.
Y'all, tell your friends, jump on in with us. Y'all, if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments. Yes. So that was song number 1 of 5.
Yes.
That was Free by Beth.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did that song change your life?
That song changed my life because I was pouring out my feelings. And with me pouring out my feelings, that made me accountable for what I was saying. I wanted to be free from the limits I had put on myself.
Right.
I've been a background singer for a long time and was afraid to step out and be a lead singer. And once I stepped out and said that's what I was going to do, I had to deliver. And there was a lot of insecurities that I had. There were uncertainties that I had. There were fears that I think a lot of singers have. When you transition from one thing to another, whatever it is. But for me, being a background singer, the song was already written before I did the show, but the show was one of the things, you know, that made me accountable. I'm like, if I'm gonna be a solo artist, I'm gonna go on this TV show as a solo artist, and I'm gonna do this dang on thing. Yeah. So the lyrics of the song is talking about me looking in the mirror and loving myself and seeing myself for who I am and just going after my dreams and aspirations. So that song truly changed my life, because every time I sing it, I'm reaffirming to myself that you got this and you gonna do this, because you done stuck your neck out. So you better do it at this point.
Literally.
So yeah.
So what drove that transition? What was that moment where you were like, I need to be up there in the front?
It wasn't necessarily that I want to be in the front, you know, because as a background singer, you're on the stage, you get the lights, you get the drama, you get the, you know, sometimes you get a little wardrobe and everything, and it's really cool. And, but you don't have the pressure and the stress that the solo artist has.
Right.
What motivated me to go solo was, for one, I was mentored and pushed and coached, and people were telling me, you know, you should do this. Don't just limit your skill set to being a background singer. And the second thing was, if you have any other background singers that are online right now, when that lead artist decided to take a break, they taking a break.
Right.
They got their money.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah.
So I was like, how do I set this up so that I continue to work? I can work when the person that I sing background for wants to do work or whatever. And then when they're not working, then I can schedule my solo shows and do what I want to do until that actual shift happens, that I don't maybe have to be a background singer anymore. But the decision and the choice will be mine. It's not governed by anybody else. I can make my own decisions and make my own choices and take the shows that I want, and I can say no to what I want, and I can say yes to what I want. And I really wanted to be able to put myself in a position to do that.
So it definitely opened up your options in terms of work.
Yeah.
Awesome. So was Free your first time writing songs as well, or is that part of what you had been doing also?
No, that was one of my first songs that I wrote. I wrote that, and then another song on my album called Love Hurts, which I wrote with my producer, Marcus Devine. And he's just an incredible producer and music director of great artists in itself. So we started writing, and I wrote Free with a producer named Cordell Walton. Cordell Walton is actually the music director for Charlie Wilson. They're getting ready to go out on tour with New Edition. And so Cordell's a great producer. So I wrote that with him and a lady named Dodie. And she's a gospel artist. She's great. So no, she didn't write Free with me. She wrote something else with me, but Cordell and I did Free. And yeah, so that wasn't the first song, but yeah.
Nice.
I digress. Nice. I was going left, but yeah.
Oh no, we can go left. We'll come back around, baby. This is your show. It's your moment. We can go left, right. It don't matter. Well, you mentioned the song Love Hurts that's also on that same album, Free. So that is actually song number 2 on your list. So let's just jump into it. Let's hear a little bit, and then we'll talk more, okay?
Okay.
Y'all, again, welcome to 5 Songs That Changed My Life. I am Pure, your host. This is Beth, y'all. Get into it.
Tell me, why does love in you hurt so much, so much, so much? And through all this pain,
Everybody is joining in.
still long for your touch, your touch, your touch. Tell me, why does love hurt?
Yeah, so that was Love Hurts by Beth. I love that one. I really like that one.
Thank you. I'm really proud of that song, because I think for the album, that was one of the first songs that Marcus and I wrote. And that song to date has about 120,000 streams on Spotify. I was really proud of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, numbers.
Come on.
Numbers going up.
I'm proud of that, because that song is true. Love hurts sometimes. You can be with somebody that you love so much, and still there's hurt and pain in that relationship. You have to navigate through the relationship on what things you're going to allow to control or govern that relationship or not. So, you know, that's Love Hurts. I just did a Valentine's Day concert And I was just telling the people in the audience, I'm like, some of y'all out here with your boo,
Oh,
and some of y'all missing your boo, and some of y'all love is good for you, and some of it hurts. And I think everybody has been through that. You know, a great relationship and it may go sour, or a relationship starts out bad and it turns good, or you just have ups and downs in your relationship and you just navigate through that thing, you know?
yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's the real of it for sure.
Yeah.
For
Mm-hmm.
sure. Yeah, and I love that there's a there's like this urgency in your voice on that song that it feels very authentic and very real. So you can tell that was coming from a real place.
I've lived it,
Hmm.
honestly. You know, I've lived it. I'm married. I've been married a long time. And
put a
long.
put a number on it. Tell us what's the number, girl.
I've been married 21 years.
Yo,
You
clap
want
for
to
that.
spit your
I need
water out, didn't you?
I need some hearts on that one. 26 years. Come on,
No,
y'all.
21.
21 years. I'm sorry.
21. And
They getting to 26 though.
yeah, well, we don't, you know, we'll get there. And you know, it's been some good, bad, and ugly. That's the honest to God truth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's no relationship that's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's based on whether you want to stay there and stick it out or whether you want to throw in the towel. And so I'm grateful that I am able to write about it and maybe help some other people who navigate through their relationships, because it's not easy. But when you
Mm-hmm.
truly find the person that you love, you work through that thing.
That's
You know?
it. That's it.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My husband is actually in the comments putting in hearts. Yes, husband. I
Hey,
see you.
husband.
Yes, we're approaching year 4, so we ain't at
Okay.
21 yet, but
Just keep
the,
going.
the
Keep
numbers are
going. When you
climbing.
find somebody who got you and you got them, ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't
Nothing
nothing like
like it. Absolutely not.
it.
I
Nothing like
agree.
it.
I agree. So I love it. Love Hurts. That's a beautiful tune.
Thank
We
you.
got one more on the list that is actually one of your original songs or one of your songs
Because
that
I
you have
forgot what
recorded.
I said were these songs, but I know whatever I said was truly from the heart.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm about to surprise you.
Okay.
No, I Just Want to Be Your Girl is the next song. And this one, y'all, is originally by a group from Detroit called Chapter 8. The
Mm-hmm.
lead vocalist on this one is the one and only Anita Baker. But this is Beth's take on it. So, y'all, let's check it out, and then
And
we'll
let me
talk more
tell
about
y'all
it, all
this
right?
before you go.
Go ahead.
The song was written and produced by a producer named Michael Powell. Michael Powell
Mm-hmm.
has produced Aretha Franklin. He's produced um, Gladys Knight. He's produced Oleta Adams. Some of the great
Yep.
women staples in R&B music that we've all
Mm-hmm.
grown up listening to. Anita Baker, right? And he is the one that actually introduced me to Anita and had pushed me to and mentored me to be a solo artist. And one of the things he told me was he wanted me to put my own project out. And he gifted me this song, took me in the studio and was like, I need you to sing this. And I'm like, I ain't singing behind no Anita Baker. Like, if he did it, that's her song. Don't be getting the people mad at me. You
Right,
know, let's find
right.
something else. And he was like, no, I think you can do this song. In fact, I know you can do this song. I know you can do it well. And he took me in the studio and he coached me and he cracked the whip and he got this out of me. And I'm so grateful that I listened to him. I'm grateful that I was obedient. I'm grateful that I did it. I love this song. So I hope you guys like it too. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. He was absolutely right. You
Thank
killed
you.
it. You
Thank
killed it. So let's listen to just a little bit, y'all. Here is I Just Want to Be Your Girl
you.
by
Okay,
Beth.
thanks.
Just want to be
Y'all keep the comments and keep the hearts coming. We want to see all that love for Beth
Hey,
tonight,
y'all.
y'all.
just need to be no matter how long it takes. I've got time, baby, I'll wait to be yours. That would make me so happy. I'm feeling.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I want to keep going. I just want to listen to the whole thing.
Thank
And
you.
we can listen to the whole thing because it's available everywhere.
Y'all
All your
go
streaming
get it.
platforms, all your downloading platforms. Are there physical copies available?
It is. You know what I do when I do my live shows? I'm the merch table girl. I got
Mm.
CDs. I have T-shirts. I put out a children's book in October, so the book is
Oh.
there. Some areas, everybody's still wearing a mask. Whatever the mandate is in your area, or whatever you want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have masks for sale. So and then when my second album comes out, I will have physical copies of that. I'm old school, and I believe that even though things are digital now, people still like to have something tangible in their hands, and that's a
Oh yeah.
way. A lot of times I ask the crowd, I'm like, especially to the guys, I'm like, y'all want to take me home with you? Go buy my CD. So that's the only way you gonna get
That's
me.
the only way.
That's the only way. So I do that, and people respond very well to having the product in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss Linda, I see you on here. Hey, Ron. Hey, Miss Lovely. Thank you guys for being on and your comments and your love. I see you on here. It's hard for me to see if I don't respond real quick because it's going kind of fast. So sometimes I
Right.
miss it. But yeah, I definitely have physical copies, and yeah. And then you can go on my website, which is BethAlwaysSings.com. You
Okay.
can get the book, excuse me, or you can get the CD and I'll ship it to you.
Awesome. Awesome. So BethAlwaysSings.com, which I
Yes.
know is also in your bio. So if you don't
Yes.
follow her already on IG, make sure you
Yes.
follow. Click that link in the bio, and you can get into all things Beth, including
Yay!
that first project, Free, and the new project that's coming up. You have a name for it yet? Can we put it out there?
We just named the album. Like, I just took my pictures.
Okay.
We just named the album. So the first single is going to be called Let Me Be. That's
Mm.
produced by Kenny Flav. I don't know if he's still on here, but Kenny he's been in the business for a long time. Just a great producer. It's my brother. I love him. And he produced the first single. That'll be out March 22nd. Then the album will be out in June. I don't have a June date yet, but we do know it's targeted for June. The album will be called Get to Know Me. And that is
Okay.
one of the songs on my album. It's called Get to Know Me. So I'm excited about that.
Well,
Thank
that's
you, Ron,
perfect.
for pinning my my website address. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for sharing that,
I
Ron.
see Giant Problem on here. Hey, Teddy Bear. That's what
Yeah,
I
shout
call him.
out.
He know his name. He know his
Oh,
name.
he know his. You know who you is.
Yeah, you know who you is.
So, Get to Know Me is the name of the upcoming album. What will we get to know about Beth on this new album?
Ooh, I'm probably telling y'all too much on this album.
Uh-oh,
But
uh-oh.
what I'm very hands-on. I love to meet new fans. I love to get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, with my first album, and even the way I was cast on The Voice, I come across girl next door, really nice, clean cut, and I am. But there's another side.
However.
No, but there's another side, and I was brought up that you always are a lady and you never kiss and tell. Mm-hmm. But as a creative, sometimes you have to get it out. You have to purge it. And so on this new album, there are some songs, like there's a cut on there called Bad Girl. And, and so, but every woman has that bad girl side in her. Don't let them tell you they don't. So I'm talking about my side a little bit, my bad girl side a little bit. There's another song called Believe. And that's my motivational, believe in yourself and spread your wings and fly. I have that. And then there's the Get to Know Me, which actually references the show. Y'all think y'all know because y'all saw me on that show, but that's not what, you got to get to know me and the person that I am. There's 12 songs on the album. I love them all. There is Got Next is I released that single last year, but it's actually on the album. I did that with Swifty McVeigh from D12. I love rap. I love hip hop. So, that's another side of me that people don't know.
Nice.
So I'm really trying to, with all of the songs, to talk about me. There's a song about me and my husband on there.
Mm,
Um, and it's just covering different phases, different areas, different categories of my life that those that don't intimately know me, and when I say intimate, I mean my crew, my clique,
yeah.
those that know me, they know that. But for the public, I'm just being a little more transparent. I'm still in the process of growing my fan base, and I think the best way to do that is to let people see the true, authentic you. You know,
Hmm.
guarded still,
Hmm.
but
Sure.
to get to know you, because I think people want to know the artists that they support. They want to know about you. They want to
Yeah.
get to know the personal side of you. They want to know some things about you. So I'm exposing a little bit more of that.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Thank
it's amazing that you mentioned that word authentic because that really has become a theme on this show from all of my guests eventually mention that word because it's so important to how people connect with you as an artist and as a performer. So that's amazing that this next project is going to just peel back some more layers and give people just a little bit more of you. So I'm excited to hear it. I can't wait.
thank
And I'm
you.
sure your fans are excited as well.
I'm excited to give them this album. And, you know, a lot of people see me on interviews and they'll see me on stage and then they get to talk to me and meet me. And they're like, oh, I saw an interview or I saw you here and you're the same. I thought you
Mm,
were going to be. And I'm like, no, what you see here now, you know, we're meeting now on IG.
right.
I see you in person. It's going to be the same. I'm going to be me. I don't
Hmm.
change that, you know. I don't know how else to be, and I know that when you kind of sugarcoat things or you're fake, you can only keep that up for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just easier to just be you.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. What they say, keep that same energy. So
keep
she
the
Beth
same
keeps
energy.
that same energy,
That's
y'all. She
right.
is consistent.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So we are going to move on to song number 4 on the list. It
Ooh,
is by the one and only the voice Whitney Houston. You give good love.
oh,
Ooh, ooh.
when
Y'all
I
know I
heard
came.
this song, it
Mm,
changed my life
yours and like the world's.
because seeing her and hearing her, for whatever reason, connected me to her in a way that I never thought would become a tangible connection. And years
Hmm.
later, it became a tangible connection with her. And
Ooh.
yeah, so hearing her as a little girl and seeing her on that back of that album cover,
Hmm.
you know, tall, thin, dark skin, short hair, that's what I've evolved into myself.
Yes.
And Whitney and I have the same birthday. So we're both Leos. We're both August the 9th. And then years later, I get to play her body double and stand in Sparkle. I get to be her in a
Mm.
sense and to meet her and to talk to her, to be in the same room with her. If I never thought that dreams were possible, God brought that angel right to me. And it was months before she passed away because I
Right.
worked with her while she filmed Sparkle, and she passed on maybe 3-4 months after. It was I think we wrapped the movie in October, November, if I'm guessing, and she passed in February. So I
Hmm.
met her right before she left this earth. But I had my own moment with her, and no
Yeah.
one could ever take that away. And she's forever here because I had my own moment with her. It wasn't just TV, reading a book. I had my moment with my uh, ultimate favorite singer ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that it did change my life. And hearing her sing "You Give Good Love," it made me want to know what is this good love she talking about. And so I felt
Right.
like I have been looking for that my entire life, and
Hmm.
I'm blessed that I've found that, you know, in my husband that I've had. So yeah.
That's
And I
awesome.
have
That's
wonderful
awesome.
friends in my life that love me as well. So "You Give Good Love" is something that has been very important to me. Just that thing.
Hmm.
Love and good and pure love and honest love and innocent love. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That soul affirming love.
Yes.
Whether it be from the romantic relationship or friendships or
Mm-hmm.
good family, like all of that just builds you up.
And when you can say that you have that,
baby,
I
you are
got it.
rich.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's rich. It's rich. Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's rich.
Hmm. So for those who are not necessarily familiar with the filmmaking or TV making process, um, stand-ins, of course, they have to do a lot of preparation before they even film the scene. So the
Mm-hmm.
actor's not going to be there the whole time. They in the
Mm-mm.
trailer getting
Mm-hmm.
prepped and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So stand-ins come and they're of similar height, similar build, similar complexion, perhaps, and they literally stand in for the actor and help them get their lighting together. You're probably gonna know some of the lines, so you can maybe test out the mics or whatever,
Yes.
what have you.
Yes.
So you got to do that for the one and only Whitney Houston.
And most of the time, because she filmed for about a month, the majority of the time she was sitting there watching,
Mm.
with her sides. And obviously you're familiar with the set because the way
Mm-hmm.
you described it. So
Mm-hmm.
she'd sit there with her sides. I had sides because I had to know what movement, where am I supposed to go? What am I
Yep.
supposed to do? I'm supposed to sit, I'm supposed to stand. And they adjusted the lighting. I would have some scenes, well, most of them, I had to have them the same color.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, and and it was just amazing because I knew she was in the room and I knew she saw me and I knew she knew I existed for whatever that was worth. It meant
Right.
everything to me. So
Right.
yeah.
And did you actually get to tell her how much her music has meant to you as a singer?
I did. I had a moment with her to tell her that she inspired me to sing. She inspired me to want to stand tall and
Mm.
project my voice to give music like that. And my main thing was to just tell her we had the same birthday. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was
I'm a
so.
Leo too. Oh, okay, okay.
And then I told her, and I'm like, girl, we got, and she was like, what day? And I was like, August the 9th. And she looked at me, she said, are you kidding me? I said, yes, we have the same exact birthday. And I was like, you've inspired me to sing and you're just everything. And the great thing about her was often when we had downtime, she would be on the set singing. Just as singers do. You hear singers just sing for no reason,
Right,
and she would do that. And we would, everybody would be in there like, oh my God, Whitney Houston is just in here just singing.
right.
It was just a moment, a wrinkle in time. It was great. It was absolutely, and I got to take a beautiful picture with her. And it was just very special. I've been so blessed for the experiences that I've had. And a lot of them I had when I probably wasn't even aware of the impact that it would have on me later, because a lot of these experiences that I had previous, I pull from now. When I get in situations, I think about the wonderful things that I've been able to do.
Yeah.
And it gives me strength and it gives me motivation. And it keeps, it gives me inspiration as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I see the Heat Miser is on here. Hey,
Yes,
Heat
indeed.
Miser. Yep, he's doing my entire album. So he's overseeing the album. That's the guy.
Come on, executive producer. We love it. We love it. Shout out to the Heat Miser. Again, y'all, the upcoming album from Beth, we are looking forward to it. It's going to be hot. It's going to be fire. So, y'all, we got one more song left. We just finished up with You Give Good Love by Whitney Houston. The last song on the list is Until You Come Back to Me by Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Which I was today years old when I found out that it was a Stevie Wonder song first. So I feel quite ashamed. I had
I love
no
when
idea.
people say today years old.
I was today years old when I found that out. But shout out to Stevie as well for penning an amazing song. And for Aretha, to Aretha for taking it to new heights as she always did.
Yes.
As she always did. So why did that song change your life?
Because that was the song that I sang on The Voice that got my chair turns, that changed the trajectory of my career and my life. It put me in the direction for my career to grow. And I was just talking to Heat Miser today about passing a baton and continuing to run and not going backwards, but going forward. And that was a baton that was passed to me so that I can go forward and take my career to the next level, which was going on the show. And then from the show, doing my music and my releases that are upcoming. So thank you to Stevie Wonder for writing such a great song. Thank you, Aretha Franklin, for doing it. Thank you to The Voice for giving me that song to do my blind audition. And thank you for Kelly and John Legend for turning your chairs, because that changed my life.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, when you're out there singing that song and all those chairs are turned to you, are you like, oh my God, I hope they turn around?
Listen.
Y'all better turn around.
Listen. You know, old
You start growling.
Listen, the old school tearing in the church. You please, please, you know, all that was please, like I was like, I've come this far.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me get up here and don't nobody turn their chair. Like that's because you don't want that. That's just an honest answer. And it didn't happen for me. And I'm so excited. You know, and I had a great song and I had great coaching to prepare me to perform that. You know, and you think about that show, what independent artist has the opportunity to sing between 8 to 10 million people see them?
Mm-hmm.
It's priceless. And you singing Aretha Franklin? Come on. And then they turn their chair and you singing, because everybody can't sing Aretha.
No.
I think I did all right.
She sang Aretha, y'all, and she did it. She did that.
Yeah, so
y'all go check that out on the YouTube. It's on there. Mm-hmm.
And then you look at my blind audition and you see that it had over 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, really? So y'all do like me. So it was just a great feeling. And that song changed my life. Yeah, it did.
That is incredible. That's incredible.
Thank you.
So we've talked about your time on The Voice. We know that you also sang backup for Kim and for Anita Baker. What are some of the lessons that you took away from working with those two great artists?
Well, with Anita, the lessons I took away was to be strong and be committed to being a great artist. Mm-hmm. She's such a talented artist, and she knows her worth, and she knows her songs. She knows her audience. She knew her band. All of those things, I think, make a great artist because it's all in a ball. But all of those parts work together to make a great artist, because a great artist has great musicians to support her. She has a great team to support her. She has great songs that she's able to sing and deliver. She knows what her audience loves, so she can continue to deliver to her audience what they crave and what they need. And she knows how to interact with her audience on stage. That's just a surreal experience when you look out into the audience and your fans are smiling and bright-eyed and they're sitting there open to receive what you have to pour out as that artist. So I learned so much from her, watching her do that for 5 years. And that was great for me. What I've learned from Kim is that when I started with Kim, he was at one level. He was opening shows. He was then being the second artist on the ticket if there were 3, or he was the opener if there were 2. And now we're getting ready to go on a 26-city tour with him and Babyface called the Full Circle Tour.
That's
and he's headlining. But he's headlining now. And I've been there through the whole process. So to watch him start at one point, which was great, and now see him get to another point, which is greater. You can't tell me I can't do that.
That part.
That part right there. I saw it. It's not a story somebody told me. I sat there and watched it. And I'm able to talk to him and ask him a couple questions and, you know, and say, hey, you know, what do you think about this? Because he's such a great guy. So I've been really blessed to be in the position where I've seen somebody already at the top, and then I've seen somebody come to the top, and I'm like, y'all better watch out, because here I come. So that's how I'm feeling.
That's awesome. It makes it real for you to actually see it in action, to see the work that goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
It's no longer an idea.
It's not an idea. It's a real thing. And I remember when I had no team and I had no help, and I would go somewhere and sing, and then I would set my CDs out, or set my because I didn't have CDs at this time. I had T-shirts. I was trying to have some type of merch. So I'd set my T-shirts out, because I started with T-shirts. And then when it was time for me to sing, I put everything up in the box, because I couldn't leave it out there, because I didn't have anybody to help me run my merch. And I put my T-shirts up, go up on the stage and sing, then tell everybody I got T-shirts, and then run back down. Struggle. Right. Then I run back down and sell T-shirts again, right? You're running crazy. And then I had to do my own wardrobe, my own makeup, my own everything. I started there, but I didn't quit, and it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I got like 3-4 people to sell my merch, and more
Hey.
people saying, "Hey, can I help, or can I work with you guys?" Because I own my own record label too. I didn't even put that out. So there is Anise Records, that is a company that I had to build, and now there's a staff, and I'm so grateful. I have amazing producers that I work with. I have an A&R, which is the Heat Miser. He makes the decisions on what songs will be singles, what songs need to be done. You know, Ron contacted you. Ron handles my marketing, which I met Ron with Anita. I have a stylist. I have people that handle the merch. There's an incredible band that I work with. I mean, it started from, you know, the thing where I saw Kim, and then I'm growing and I'm trusting the process, but I'm enjoying the process, because as I understand the process, it makes me a better artist, because I started with nothing. So I respect and appreciate everything that everybody has to bring to me. I'm the type of artist, we're mixing the album right now. I'm in the studio while he's mixing. And Marcus was telling me, the Heat Miser, sorry. A lot of artists don't sit through the mixing process. They just say, when it's mixed, call me.
Because if y'all don't know, mixing is not fun. Mixing is getting into the nitty gritty of things, and it can be very tedious and very boring. If you know, if you're flighty, or if you think about something else, you'd be like, okay, I'm over this. But but it is so crucial to how the final record sounds.
But I'm not only am I the artist, I am the label. So am I not going to be invested in my own investment?
That's it. That's it.
I trust him to mix and produce and do everything. But if I'm going to run a label and eventually have other artists that I sign and put them out, do I not need to know the entire process?
Yeah.
So there it is.
That's it. That's it. So know as much as possible. And I think that extends to any field. But particularly in music, I think we're past that era where a person could just be the artist and just show up and sing a thing and be done. You know, it's possible to be independent, to do really well independent, but it also means that you have to constantly educate yourself and learn different facets of the business.
Yes. Yes.
So I think
all
that's
that.
crucial. all of that. All of that.
And some that we can't even talk about because it ain't enough time. But you get it.
That part we'll talk about later. But so y'all, that was the 5 songs. I'll go over the list again, y'all. It was Free by Beth, Love Hurts by Beth, I Just Want to Be Your Girl, again by Beth, the Anita Baker cover, You Give Good Love by Whitney Houston, and Until You Come Back to Me by Aretha Franklin. Those are the 5 songs that she chose that changed her life. If you don't know why, then that means you need to go back and catch the replay when I post it in a second.
Yes. It's just, though, music is so healing and so therapeutic and changes people's lives. And that's why I love being able to create music, because there's always an experience, or there's always a story behind a song that somebody has. And I'm happy when I can be a part of somebody's story and journey and their life, because I've given them some good music.
Absolutely. You get to do what Whitney and Aretha and Anita and all these other greats did for you. Now you get to touch people with your music. So
I am.
amazing.
Somebody said A Million Miles is still my favorite. Yes, I love that song too. A Million Miles Away is on my album. I love that song too. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, oh God, I've got to record this song. That song was actually written and produced by Eric Bluetooth Griggs, and he's a great producer. If you guys are familiar with the song No Air that Chris Brown and Jordan Sparks did a couple of years ago, he produced that song.
Okay, shout out.
Yeah, so he's a great producer, and he had that song. He did 2 songs on my first album, A Million Miles Away, and he did another song called High Heels. So I had a great time working with Eric. It was just great. He's such a talented producer, and he's working with Dr. Dre now. I think I see him online, and that's his connection. He does that. So if you guys don't have my album, please pick it up. You can go to my website, BethAlwaysSings.com. I'll ship you a hard copy if you'd like to get it. Or you can go onto my website as well, and my streaming platforms are on there. Or you can go to Apple Music and all that kind of stuff and download it.
Okay, perfect. And so what about your social media? Where can people find you on social media?
I am located on Instagram and Twitter at Beth Always Sings.
Okay.
And I am on Facebook. You can just go to Beth. Please like my fan page. I'm trying to get to 20,000 because I'm at 19,000 and counting now. And there's a little blue check by my name. You can go there and, comment and say hey, and I'd appreciate it.
Yes. So on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram here. Y'all make sure y'all follow, y'all like, y'all support, y'all comment, y'all engage. Because she's got new music coming very, very soon.
I do. And there's another. So we talked about the single March 22nd, which is Let Me Be. The album Get to Know Me, which is in June. But I have a collaboration that I'm doing with a young man named Blair Bryant.
Okay.
And one thing we didn't mention is last year, the latter part of the year, starting in the summer, I got a chance to tour with Najee, the jazz saxophone player.
Yeah.
And we did, I'm guesstimating at least 10 shows. I had the best time working with him. He's such a nice guy. And I asked him, could I go out with him? And he took me. And I was able to sing my song Free in his show. And then he has a song called Hard to Let Go that came out many years ago, but it's a fan favorite. So I sang that in his show. Nice. And so let me get focused. Okay, so his MD, I'm like, ooh, his MD is named Blair Bryant. That's how I met Blair.
Okay.
And he's a jazz musician. He and I did a collaboration. We did a remake of Sade, Kiss of Life.
Oh. Wait a minute
now. It'll be out in April.
Wait a minute now.
Yes.
That's some grown folks songs. Wait a minute.
I'm grown.
And is, yes, ma'am.
I'm good grown.
That part. 21 years, y'all.
Yeah. So we love the way that came out. So that'll be out on his album in April. So the Kiss of Life remake with Sade will be out. My single in March. April, I have that collab. June, I have an album. I'm just excited.
You're about to hit the road again with Kim and Babyface.
Tour that starts March the 30th. I'll be on the Kim and Babyface Full Circle tour. I'll be doing background vocals for Kim. So that will be great. It's going to be fun.
Oh, my goodness. So 2022 just has exciting things in store for you. I'm excited to follow and to see all the great things that unfold for you. Beth, thank you so much for being my special guest tonight.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you all for joining in and make sure you're following us, me and her, and supporting and all that good stuff. Well, y'all, have a great night. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next Thursday for another great episode. Have a good night, Beth.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for having me. And bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.